They're thinking about these games, fourth top of the pool against a team like New Zealand, so they'll be up for it, and no doubt a lot of homework has been put into this one.
So it's Canada in their alternate white strips, New Zealand in the black. And it's Reese Pody-Lane who gets us underway. And Brianne Nicholas. Canada have been great in their first two matches so far this weekend. This is a new challenge though. Hogan Rochester finds Valenzuela. Asia Hogan Rochester's had a great start to the weekend as well. Both of these teams are into the semis, just dependent on who goes through in top spot. Oh, here's a nice little bust up the middle from Valenzuela. Up to halfway, New Zealand having to defend. Haven't had to do much of it so far this weekend. Flo Simons will put some pressure on, and now looking to release Carissa Norston down the edge. Spilled it though just as things opened up in front of her.
Oh, and Norston will want that one back. It was great passage of play by Canada. Not going wide off the trot, kind of jab, jab, punch, and then on the punch they had the overlap out wide here. A little bit of space for Norston, and just spilled that one.
Well, while the scrum sets, we can go and have a chat to Canada coach Josh Sparrio. Thank you so much, Josh. I'm sure that's not what you quite wanted to see. You've had some heavy defeats to New Zealand this season, so what needs to be different in this one?
Ah, c'est sûr. Bonjour, guys. For us, we know that we need possession is a big part of the game against these guys. And then taking our chances when we have them. We know how skilled we are. When we string a few things together, we always usually come out on top. We're about process, so we don't think back too much about the results. We just think about what we can do moving forward.
You started the weekend really well. The squad and the wider one squad has been training together. How beneficial is that for your 15s and 7s teams to mix and match like that?
Oh, it's super important. Stay in it, Age. Just stay in it. It's super important for us. We think it's our greatest strength. We think our athletes are our greatest strength, and the group that we have right now is preparing to win and do big things. So we think it's super important for us, and we'll be continuing it moving forward.
Well, Asia stayed in the fight there. It's a tough fight against Michaela Brake, to be fair. We'll let you go and get into this one. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate you as always.
Hey, and just a quick one. We're just in it to win it this weekend, so just a quick note to our friend Win back home. Just thinking about you.
Thank you. Michaela Brake onto the score sheet.
Geez, that was a foot race, Ricky. Michaela Brake and Hogan Rochester, two of the quickest players on the series.
Yeah, I don't think people realise just how quick Asia Hogan Rochester actually is.
No, and I love that they've got her playing at halfback, too. She's so dangerous off those set-piece scrums in particular.
They're going to have to defend here, though, Canada, as New Zealand pop a little ball around the corner. Here's Brake again. Things haven't really gone her way in the first two matches. We're getting a bit more possession here. Mahina Paul for Miller now. Hirini. That's a wild ball from Hirini. Waka catches up with it, though, and then does really well to find Hirini back in support. New Zealand, again, their offloading game has really been sticking of late. Paul has the big double pump and then goes wide. Valenzuela had shot up, and that could create some space here on the edge for Brake. Norston comes at her. Norston does brilliantly well to bring Michaela Brake down. New Zealand reload and go again. Paul hiddenly patrolling in the middle, and now again little stab kick through. There's nobody in behind here. Miller's just loping towards this one, keeps it on the toe. Oh, just about overcooked it, but of course she can, because there's not a whole lot that Georgia Miller can't do.
Geez, that was casual from Georgia Miller there. Some great vision from the most experienced player on the park there, Sarah Hirini. But Miller, I thought she had time to pick it up, but opting for the soccer dribble. But she knew it the whole way that she was good. And another try for New Zealand here.
Right, we've seen New Zealand in recent times starting to kick in behind a whole lot more. And teams against no one employing a sweeper as such. What's the kind of the thought process in that?
It's only as good as the chase, and on that one there, obviously Miller read it beautifully. And the timing of the when it's put through with that kind of timing, it's almost impossible to mark.
So New Zealand bounce out 14-0. Canada heard their coach say having to take the opportunities. They had one early in the match, couldn't control it, so now it needs some possession here. Here's Simons and Nicholas. This is better. Now Norston holds on. A little in and away, trying to turn break inside out and have a good crack here. It's really well done from Carissa Norston. And now it's Canada's turn to get the ball flying and spinning. Corrigan holds it up. They've really created a big overlap now. Hogan Rochester, oh, couldn't give it though. Needed to, because then Miller's going to come in. Just didn't back herself to throw the big ball. Hogan Rochester, and they'll get out of jail and there could be some trouble. New Zealand though, or Valenzuela, that was a good tackle on Hirini. Just as we're talking about taking opportunities. They're going to get some more though here, Canada. Apps goes. Simons. New Zealand backtracking. Norston on the end of the chain. They didn't get it the first time, but they've dragged one back now through Carissa Norston.
Opportunities is right, Ricky, and I thought Canada spoiled it there. But Norston getting in for a crucial try there for Canada. But it was a work at the breakdown there from captain Liv Apps, creating the turnover. And last year's Rookie of the Year gets in for a huge one, bringing Canada right back into this game with a minute left in the first half.
Okay.
$14 points to 5. Conversion doesn't go over for Canada.
Sub.
Hogan Rochester comes to the side for
Time
Canada.
back on.
Charity Williams onto the field. Oh, Poldy Lane misses. And Valenzuela just about quickest to the loose ball. Couldn't control it on the ground. It actually was first there.
Geez, that's a great kick from Liv Apps, eh? After creating the turnover on the passage before, now she's got to do the restart. It's a high hang. It had to be 25 meters in the air, giving her team the opportunity to go in there and contest that ball right on the 10, 11 meter line there. Although it was knocked on, it was just a great kick from Liv.
She's just become so consistently good, hasn't she, Liv Apps?
Oh, she's an all-rounder for sure.
They're going to have to defend. Siren's gone for half-time. New Zealand might want to just give themselves a bit of room here. Oh, trouble, because Mahina Paul has got a turn of pace. Charity Williams puts the head down, and it's a weaving, jinking, great coverage from Williams, but New Zealand, Poldy Lane, break, and now Nicholas comes at her. Fabulous hustle, scramble from Canada. Williams puts Felix Hotham to the floor with a big shot. Still there for New Zealand, Miller, and then just too many numbers in the end for Stacey Waka. It'll be to finish. What a passage of play from both teams. New Zealand, though, in the end with Waka.
And it all started from this set piece play, the little double wraparound there. And I thought Paul was in for all the money, but Charity Williams showing the pace she has to come back, make a couple tackles here. Just misses that one, but a big one coming up. But it was just too many, just drew in too many Canadian defenders, and Waka just getting put away in the corner there to end the half strongly for New Zealand.
New Zealand go to the halftime break with a 19 points to 5 lead over Canada.
Ready?
19-5, New Zealand leading Canada as the second half gets underway. This to determine top spot in Pool A. Both teams through to the semi-finals here at HSBC Sevens LA in the World Championship
Not
event.
10.
Kick hasn't quite gone 10 metres.
Oh, we were just praising her kicking, and the commentators cursed there. We were just praising her kicking at the end of the first half there, but that one from Liv just short of the 10-meter line. And New Zealand gonna have first opportunity here to attack in this half.
Hirini and Poldy Lane pulling the strings in midfield, and then Paul crashes onto it, gives the chest pass away. Straight away to Hirini. They're just so quick to pounce, to get onto attack, to get their game rolling. And here they go again. Felix Hotham this time. That's classic Jasmine Felix Hotham around the outside, the loping long athletic strides. And it's New Zealand straight after halftime. And Jasmine Felix Hotham extends the advantage.
Oh, and what a way to start a second half from Felix Hotham. There didn't look like there was much on, but when you got feet like this, you can kind of create something out of nothing. Canada were organized, but just the angle to run across the pitch there kind of put Norston in two minds. And then the gas to finish for New Zealand.
Another milestone for another member of the New Zealand team, Jasmine Felix-Hotham, bringing up her 50th try of her career. Felix-Hotham had to wait 2 years between her first World Series event and her second. Now a linchpin in the squad. Here's Carmen Isaac out there for Canada. Good rookie season. Charity Williams. Oh, almost sliced away through. Miller held on. The angled run. Raw passes under pressure. Epps.
Are you saying something, Sybil?
Being held up by Hirini here, and it'll be New Zealand possession, just physical.
Your comms aren't coming in, Sybil.
Yeah, it looked forward from up here, didn't it?
Yeah.
Just that line speed from New Zealand, just kind of putting Canada under a lot of pressure there, and Liv was just ahead of the pass. And this is a tough place to defend from for the Canadian side, especially against a team as classy as New Zealand.
Okay, time is back on. Crouch. Bind. Set.
New Zealand in command again. Every win they've had over Canada this season has been by 30 points or more. And now Felix-Hotham gets another in quick succession to take it to 51.
There's a nice set piece play there. Paul just recognizing, she was stood right behind the scrum there, just kind of weighing her options, scooting to the left, creating the overlap, and putting Felix-Hotham in for her second.
New Zealand again, not to take the kick from wide and just get straight back to go once more. Now, probably the team that does that the most turns down the kicks. Also because they've given themselves enough advantage not to need them. Canada. Really good opening 2 games, but once again it's New Zealand that's going to cause them problems. They'll have to regroup for a semi-final tomorrow. As away they come again, it was Miller who stole it. And again, Paul just floats the ball, lofting it over the top for Teneti. Kelsey Teneti, so strong. Williams did well to hold on, Norston came too. Miller able to get the arms free and then had Walker on the switch. They make it look so effortless. It is far from that. And Canada again just clutching its shadows of what this woman does.
It's so far from easy, Ricky. That this is just a team that's just, they know each other so well. They know each other's tendencies, and Miller is just relentless. Blind pass there on the inside to Waka. She knew she was there.
Yep.
And like so many times this season and over the years, Stacey Waka's in for another.
Stacey Waka, another who is committed to the Black Ferns 15s team in the World Cup campaign. She'll join the squad, as will Georgia Miller and Reese Pody-Lane straight after this tournament. Maya Davis ready to roll. Oh, we're getting a rest now. Georgia Miller, nominee for World Rugby Player of the Year. Canada been pinned down in this area in the second half. Here's Sabrina Poulant. Carmen Isaac gets the ball and Sarah Hirini at the same time. They are just ruthless. Black jerseys, Watherston, McGregor, or rather Paulett is out there too.
The knock on.
Forcing the error out of the Canadians.
Sub. White 23.
It is ruthless. It's just relentless
Time off.
attack in
Subs.
attack and
White,
in
23,
defense,
Black
bringing that line speed. I just love the decisions from the New Zealand side, when to and when not to contest at breakdowns. When they choose not to, they have an organized line and they really bring that line speed, putting the Canadians under pressure and creating these chances in attack for them now.
Bind! Gotta wait for my call, guys. Okay? Crouch! Bind! Set!
19-year-old Maya Davis to feed the scrum as New Zealand come forward again. Here is Justine McGregor getting an opportunity. Trying to go herself, bumping off one massive fin. She's a powerful young player. Here's Justine McGregor, another just 19 years old, and gets her first try for New Zealand as well in her second tournament.
Well, congratulations to Justine McGregor coming in here, bumping off Charity Williams there and just showing enough pace to get in after that too. What a play from the 19-year-old, and what a way to score your first try at the Sevens World Championship.
Well, she and Maya Davis are two real prodigies coming straight out of high school this year and into contracted positions with the Black Ferns. She's had to bide her time for some matches. I mean, living with Kelly Brazier, so there's a rugby brain to learn your trade from. And another coming off the production line at the moment. Oh, Poulan.
I had no contact in the air.
Could have done with a bit of support. Change attack here from Canada. A lot of space in behind here and a really good chase coming in. And getting back in time with Tenesi, somehow flicking the ball. Here's Colossi, the debutant, out there as well. Change of tactic almost worked out well for Savannah Bowder, I think it was, who put the kick through. Now Tenesi going to take on Corrigan in and away. Here's the hooter for full time, and New Zealand are done on day one with 3 wins and a place in the semi-finals. Didn't stumble like they did against Canada this time last year. It's been emphatic once more. New Zealand 41, Canada 5.